It's running. Hold on. It's running right now. I don't know if they can hear us though.
Can they hear us? Maybe the scares in the
I'll
way.
find out later.
Okay.
We'll find out
Hey,
later.
everybody, how y'all doing? We just finished filming. Tell them.
Yeah, with Darlene, we just finished filming. All right, that's
You just finished filming.
We
did. We just finished filming together, yes.
If they donate, if the TTS is on, if you donate, they can hear. They'll talk to you right away.
Oh, get
That's how
out.
the TTS works.
I don't
Even
even
if
know
they
what
give
that
me
is.
$1 and they say a message, like they say they want to say something, it'll come out the speaker and we can hear them.
Oh, that is so super cool. Hey, everybody, what's up? We was talking about the topic of Trump cutting all our federal programs. I know they said several, but several is the beginning because he already started cutting our equal rights.
Where's the proof?
The proof is in the writing. The proof is his signed
no
legislation
proof.
that he put. Yeah, it is.
Where?
He signed it.
What he cut?
He cut the federal programs for the disability, for the homeless
Where?
prevention shelter, and the federal funding. It's
I
all
didn't
been
see that.
signed. It's been signed. You didn't read it.
Put it.
Have y'all read it?
Let me see. Let me read it now.
All right.
If you pull it up.
I pulled it up. I showed you he signed it. Didn't Trump sign those programs? Y'all know he did.
I don't think so.
I know them Trump supporters like, nah, she lying. I'm not lying. Look, they go, okay, look. Now when he watch, he gonna see. Several federal programs have been cut by Trump, including the fact that he is not allowing people of LGBT community, black people, any kind of minority, women, men,
Trump cut
Asians.
federal funding.
You're not gonna get the job because guess what? You're not dressed. You don't look the way they want you to look. You're not acting the way they want you to act.
This is a regular
going
thing
down.
now. Trump cuts federal funding for federal agencies with executive order. See list of what's affected. All right, let's look at the list.
Are y'all watching? Are y'all
I'm
paying
trying
attention?
I'm trying to find the list. Oh, okay. Hold on. It's over here. By eliminating federal agency. Why is Trump cutting funding to these agencies? Determined unnecessary. What if they are necessary?
So you mean a disability program that we have for our children in school is
White House fact sheet
unnecessary?
outlines that the Department of Government Efficiency, the federal advisory agency led by Elon Musk, identifies agencies worth slashing.
But is Tap and Pell
These governmental entities will save taxpayer dollars, reduce unnecessary government spending, and streamline government priorities.
But let's not be taking a fool like we was when we voted for him and know that when they say cutting taxpayers, they mean a 1%ers, not the minorities. Okay? They ain't looking out for none of us.
We all pay taxes. Every last one of us.
Right, but none
pay
of us
taxes.
need a big tax cut like the white, like the.
These niggas
big-
how many niggas out here paying taxes? These niggas ain't paying taxes. They getting money back. They're getting money back. They
That's
ain't
why.
paying shit.
That's exactly why he's cutting the taxes because he's not targeting the 1%ers who need
What are you
that
talking
tax.
about? He just said he's gonna cut income
Taxes,
tax,
income tax.
which is a good thing. That's not a bad thing.
Who needs that tax cut?
Us.
The minorities.
Yes.
If he
'cause we're
cuts
paying it.
out, okay, but if he cut our taxes, who's going to be affected? Not the minorities. The minorities going to be affected in a negative way because guess what? We get a return.
You're missing it. If he cuts, for anybody making $100,000, you don't get to pay income tax. You don't have to. That's more money in your pocket.
Who is minority making $100,000
No,
annually?
100 or less don't have to pay.
But it's not 100 or less. Read the facts. It's not 100 or less.
Where are you
It's
getting
100
this
or
from?
the tax cut that's being made that has already been signed off and made up is only for the 1%.
I don't see the tax cut here. I just see other shit.
Because this is the federal funding. See, he wants to cut the IRS.
Hold on, let me read. Hold on.
Watch, he gonna see.
President
all gotta
Trump
wake
is
up and look.
delivering on his promise to make our government more efficient.
Oh God.
American taxpayers. This is the article you said.
Okay, so
American taxpayers should not be funding anti-American propaganda in the name
that's
of
some
journalism.
bullshit.
That's what they're saying.
Okay, so
The
he should.
Agency of Global Media, which is being cut,
Yeah, that's being
established in 1994 by President Bill Clinton.
that's the news
At
in
the
the
time,
news
the
channels.
agency was known as broadcast. Yeah, I don't cut the news. The news don't need funding from the government. That don't even make sense.
The news need federal government to be able to
No,
say
the
what they
fuck it
read it. The
don't.
news need federal fund. The news need the federal okay to go state by
you
state
out your
and speak
mind?
how they want to speak and go where they want to go.
Hold on. would you rather people listen to the news that is funded by the government or listen to you that get paid by nobody but the people?
There ain't gonna be no me. Because he's taking away my apartment.
Bro,
okay,
you
keep charging me for eggs, and you keep charging me.
You're bugging out.
How am I bugging out?
If the news is funded by the federal government,
Right.
then they'll have agendas.
Well, they're not
if
federal.
they're not funded by anybody, if they're funded by us,
Right.
like PBS,
Right.
they could do whatever they want to do.
No, that's not profit. He
Alright,
took them
you're
away
bugging.
too.
You're
But he
bugging.
put it in there.
You're bugging the fuck out.
But he did put it in there.
You're bugging. This YouTube. You can just. I'm on right now. We're live right now. I
You
can say
sound
whatever
like
you fuck we want to
PBC.
do. I'm PBS. Me.
All right, PBS.
You PBS.
Right.
We PBS. The people right here, they
I'm
can
talking about
donate and pay me.
the non-profit
That's-
organizations
this is better
like
news.
PBC.
I don't give a fuck about the news in the government.
You don't care about
this
PBC.
Is more this is me talking. Me getting information from the people who are actually struggling is way more informative than the fucking people who have an agenda and want you to think of something. Like this is a problem.
Okay, but guess what? At the end of the day, when Trump got ahead, well, he already went ahead, and he cuts down our news, guess what? What's going to happen
I'm
next?
not for none of this
It is
shit.
the
I don't
butterfly
care.
effect. If you cut down
Run it
news
down.
at the higher level, you might as well cut us all at the
The
Achilles
news
heel.
is bullshit.
Then we bullshit.
The news is
Are we not news because
all
we're
the
not
news-
getting paid like higher up like they are? We are the news as well.
Yeah, but you are paid by the people.
And who pays the people?
You not paid. You paid by the people,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If this channel goes up, you get some money. If this channel goes, we getting paid by the people.
Okay.
We're not getting paid. Like, you can always build your own infrastructure and get paid if you're popular. If Drake want to go and not deal with no record labels, and we can't, but he's in legal trouble.
Okay.
But if he drops out and just want to do whatever he want to do, and he's independent, true independence, you get paid by the people and what you work for. You don't get paid by an agency, and then you can't talk about Trump. They're not calling your phone telling you not to talk about something.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Because they part of some shit.
Can I ask you a question? We're talking about the future right now, right? And the fact that if they cut out
No,
the
I'm
news,
talking about now.
Okay, right, because they're talking about cutting.
No, he cut it out. You just put
Right,
it.
right, okay.
I'm not.
Guess
Put
what?
it up. I wanna
If Trump has cut that program amongst other several federal programs, do you
the
think
news
that
don't need funding from my tax dollars?
the news don't need funding? But guess what? If this man is cutting our Social Security, our disability, our federal programs for the schools, we are gonna have a civil war.
Why do you think that, though?
Because who gonna keep allowing him to do this shit to us?
What is the Institute of Museum and Library Services?
That's where the kids go to the library. They ain't got no internet.
Grants, research, and Who don't have no fucking internet? Stop it.
A lot of people in the Bronx. Oh my God, my block is millions.
Every kid right here.
You gotta go to the library and see how they stand around the library just to get the free
fucking
internet.
God.
How
Yo,
they come to
bro,
McDonald's
stop.
and Starbucks
Don't-
to get free internet.
Don't do
I
this.
swear on my mama they do.
Yo, don't do this, darling.
They
I'm
do,
looking
though.
at kids right now doing a TikTok in the middle of
Right.
fucking the shit.
Right.
They got internet.
Okay,
Everybody got internet.
but why do they got internet?
Because Obama phones. Obama phone. got
Obama
internet.
phone is over.
It don't matter.
They cut those. They
It don't
gone.
matter. No, they didn't.
Oh my God, they did.
You
Cause
can
guess
get
what?
a phone.
No, they're gone. Obama
Stop
phones is
it.
over. There's no more free phones. They stopped that program. That program been cut out by the Congress. Came in
Okay,
September.
hold on.
Okay, but let's go ahead.
During the 2024 fiscal year, the institution was budgeting more than $294 million, according to the Institute of Museum and Library Service. For 2025-2021, awarded $266.7 million to museums, libraries, and archives through the country.
Mm-hmm.
How many people go to them things? None.
I
Not
do.
a lot. No, you
Because
don't.
let me tell you something. A lot of our exhibits as black people
We don't
and other
go.
different races and cultures,
We
you
don't
can go to
go.
the Smithsonian Museum. Not even that, they give out grants.
And-
they give out so many
And
grants
that's
that
all
we need.
stolen shit.
But what about our grants for the children,
That's
for
all
us?
stolen shit.
Our grants ain't stolen.
What are you
The
talking about?
Smithsonian
Grant?
Museum gives out a lot of grants.
Hold on. No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Where?
Look it up. The Smithsonian Museum gives out grants every year
To
the,
who? To
the
white
minorities.
kids?
No,
They
this
don't.
goes to the minorities.
I don't know no one there to get a grant
Look
from
it
the
up.
fucking museum.
Look it up.
No,
a lot.
never.
A lot.
Never.
A lot.
Never.
They fund so many minority programs.
Who?
The Smithsonian Museum
Who?
alone. The Smithsonian Museum. Look it up. This is what I mean. We have to go deeper than what we see on
You
these.
gotta be
Let me say,
eligible.
They take. But you know what they do? Let me tell you what they do. They take a little bad part and
This
they
says-
twist it up
this
and they say,
says-
okay, we can do away with it. How could you eliminate our school programs? I don't care how bad it was.
This is
but
not
at
a
least we
school
had
program.
Right,
This is
but I'm
a
saying,
library.
I'm just
We don't
saying.
go to the library no more.
But we,
That's a dub.
Okay.
We don't.
Okay. What happens if they clear out the news? What's going next? The internet.
That's not. Yo, come on.
That's gonna be
come
next.
On. All right,
Who
bro.
thought they could take out the goddamn news? And he took out the news. Who thought he could touch the Social Security out of all things and he did it?
You're going crazy.
I'm
Now
going
you're
crazy,
yes.
or is this actually
You're
happening?
going a little nuts.
Are you thinking about what's exactly happening?
What
this is
the
crazy.
US,
This
what
is
is
crazy.
the U.S. I don't even know. Interagency Council on Homelessness. Whatever Council on Homelessness. This council coordinates a federal response to homelessness, working to create partnerships with governments, agencies, and the private sector.
No more shelters.
Hold on. According to the agency's website, the council works with the 19 federal organizations in an effort to end homelessness, including Department of Education, Department of Defense, Department of Transportation, Department of Labor. Now, here's my issue.
We can't run New York without none of
Hold
those.
on, now here's my issue.
Okay.
We've been complaining about homelessness for 3, 5, 7, 10 years since I was fucking born. We've been complaining about homelessness.
That's true.
Why the fuck? So obviously this agency is not working.
So
So we need to cut it
and do what?
and figure a different way.
Okay, so let all
Because
them just sleep on the street.
Figure it out.
Okay, wait a minute. Because half of New York, half of the people that even come to New York know about.
problem
They
is-
come here because they know we have the most federal funding here in New York. The homeless people.
This is U.S. This has nothing
No,
to do with
no.
New York.
Let me finish out.
This has nothing to do with New York.
If you're attacking New York that got the most federal funding, imagine the other states not getting nothing.
You never been.
Then
to
what?
You never been to a lot of other states.
Yes, I have. I told you I lived in 5 different
You
other
been to
states.
California?
I'm not going there. My son want me to move there. I'm never going to Cali. I'm sorry, it's
Been
New
to-
York.
I've been to Skid Row. Walked the streets.
I'm not going to Skid
I
Row.
seen it.
I'm not going.
I've been
can't
to
do it.
Seattle. I seen the
So
homelessness.
how could you say that this is all right?
Because this shit don't work. So let's find a different way.
Okay, so let's start anarchy and not have nothing in place of.
It's not about
He
anarchy.
has not gave a plan of
It's
what
not
we're
about
going to do. What's to
If
happen?
these people are the ones getting the money, and they ain't doing right with the money, stop giving them the fucking money.
So what happens?
That's literally what is going on.
So what happens? They have no funding.
Listen, you have to find another way. Somebody has to come with a
Okay, let's do
solution
that before
works.
we end the organization first.
Because they're already taking the money. So if I pile the money up and it's waiting
But don't
for
we
the
need a
right
plan
cause,
before they do that?
No, fuck the plan.
Wait,
I'm
we
saying,
need a plan so they don't come out here.
why can't I take that money and put it to schools? Right? Why
They take
do
it,
I have
take
to
it.
keep allotting money there when I'm like, no, we're gonna keep taking this money and we're gonna put it to all the shit we need for now.
But they're not
until
doing
we figure
that.
this out.
But he's not doing that.
No, so where the money going?
Exactly. Where's the money going to go after that? Trump?
Where's the money
Don't y'all
going?
want to know? If you're taking our school funding, if you're taking the homeless prevention programs, if you're taking
You
the
keep saying
disability,
school. I didn't see nothing about schools here.
oh, go to federal funding for
What's
school.
the minority? No, we're going down the list. What's the Minority Business Development Agency?
All right, read that because I wanted to get into that too. I read it and I actually wanted to get me a loan too this year.
It aims to promote growth among minority business enterprises, or MBE, by providing technical assistance programs. Hold on. An MBE is a for-profit business that is at least 51% owned or managed by a qualifying minority group. To be qualified, a person must be a U.S. resident who is Asian, Indian, Asian Pacific, Black, Hispanic, Native American, according to the National Minority Supply, whatever. During the 2003 fiscal year, the Minority Development Agency facilitated $1.5 billion worth of capital to MBEs. All right, now think about this. We helped create 19,000 jobs. Okay, cool. The Minority Business Development was founded in 1969 from Nixon or whatever. All right, wait. Now look, $1.5 billion went to minorities, as you said, in 2023. What the fuck have we done with that money?
Okay, let's ask Atlanta that because I think Atlanta know better than anybody else because they have the highest leading pilot. What they call it?
This is the U.S.
Okay,
I'm not even talking about just Atlanta.
I know. I want to start at that state
And we
right
can
there.
talk about Atlanta.
Let's talk about Atlanta.
Because Atlanta was in the news just yesterday.
All right, you're right. They do have a high crime rate, but at the same
it had
time,
nothing to
they
do with
are
crime.
leading with pioneers of people of color. Atlanta is leading right now when they go ahead and they open up their own business.
I've been to-
Even
you been
here in
to
New York. I've lived in Atlanta for 4 years.
Listen,
but here's the deal, right? As a person of color who would love to open up her own business, right? There's not going to be any program because he's dead at that. It's gone. And if I want to go back to college and further my education, Oh
You
yeah,
can
that's
open your own
gone.
business. You don't need the
How?
government to help you.
How? I don't have the money that it takes for me to get a physical building.
You
I
don't
don't have the
need a
money that it takes
physical
for
building
me
to
to
have
get
a business.
Right, you don't. But you do need the money to pay the people to advertise
To pay
for you
who?
on the internet.
Not all the time. You advertising right. You can advertise right
Okay,
now for free.
but let me ask you a question. If there's funding to help me, why take it away?
I'm not telling you that. I'm not saying that they should take it away.
But you saying
But I'm
that
saying that
they took it away though.
No, hold on. I'm saying that they gave
you
us
saying?
1.5 billion already,
All right, what we got now?
and we ain't do shit.
We did do shit.
What we did?
Here in New York, you see all these weed spots that have sprung up every goddamn where.
We bought weed.
Now let me tell you,
We bought
all
weed.
these weed goddamn dispensaries are run by minorities.
We bought
You have
weed.
to be a minority to even
Yo,
open up that business.
we
All these
bought
people that selling
weed.
wigs, okay, okay. No more you hear stuff, okay. Let's just talk about it. All right.
Oh my
No
God.
more sunglasses that everybody's making on Amazon, TikTok, minorities, all those different programs that you had to buy your supplies, gone. Gone.
Weed. We bought weed. We bought weed. Shops is crazy.
The marijuana dispensaries is a big thing for the minorities. We came up a lot.
We don't even use them shits.
Of course,
in New
because we
York.
can't afford their weed. Like, their weed is fucking expensive and it ain't the best. But the point is, it
Nah, they
gave
got
people
good
an
weed.
opportunity. No, it's terrible. I smoked it,
some
I
good
bought
weed.
it and felt stupid many times. The point is that even more programs, like if you want to own, let's say, your own agency doing truck
That's it,
driving, it's gone. So many, it's gone.
I don't see nothing
It's
about
it.
education. This is
Go to
it.
education. Go to
There's nothing on here
go
about
go
education.
go right there. Go to Trump cutting educational programs. Oh, there you go. Or down the line.
More than 50. Hold on a second. More than
that's-
50 universities face federal investigations as part of Trump's anti-DEI campaign. So he didn't cut anything. This is investigations.
No, that's old. Move up. He already cut
More
those.
than 50 universities are being investigated for allegedly racial discrimination as part of President Trump's campaign to end diversity.
Okay,
equity,
would you say that loud and proud, please?
What?
Why are they being investigated?
for racial discrimination
Okay, against who?
against DEI.
All right, DEI is what Trump. What did
I
Trump do
hate
to the
DEI.
DEI?
I think DEI is fucking stupid.
Me too, but this is another Trump issue right here. When I tell you this man is not our friend, he's not out to help.
What's
He's
wrong-
not.
what's wrong- Why do you like DEI?
Why I don't like DEI?
Why do you?
Because guess what? I don't have to have my husband or my boyfriend cut his hair because he's got cornrows. I don't have to walk in there and speak like Becky to get a
That has nothing to
job.
do with DEI.
That is discrimination because of where a person look, they ginger, they size, they weight, how they speak.
Why do you wanna work
And
somewhere
wait a
that they
minute, wait a
don't
minute,
wanna-
wait a minute. They was even getting an initiative to get people off of welfare to go into these programs and work. They was getting an initiative. They was getting funding. Like, okay, we're gonna give McDonald's because McDonald's is one of the companies.
So it's a handout.
It's not a handout. It's a step up.
It's not like a handout.
Why do not? I don't understand why.
There's nothing wrong with a handout.
But my thing
Just
is,
accept it as a handout.
okay, maybe it is. Why do our people don't want us to get up?
No,
That's my question.
That's not true.
Why?
The thing is, if you're gonna be for DEI, be for it. Don't be mad when people say it's a handout because it is. Don't be mad when people say you a DEI hire. You're not really qualified, but we hiring you because of it. Don't be mad about that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Don't be mad about that.
As a woman, you talking to the wrong person because first of all, we've been discriminated against as a
But I'm
minority
saying,
in so many levels
when
of being a
people-
minority.
when people talk about the
when we
DEI,
had a
this is what
little
they
chance
mad
by
at.
seeing that, the fact that at least for people that look like me or people that have an education, the same education as the person who's white, green, or orange, I can go and I can get me a job as them, is taken away because I have braids in my hair or because my eyes ain't blue or because my skin color don't look like what they do. I can't get a job no more. Because he said I'm an asshole, or if I'm gay, if I'm fucking transgender, I can't get a job. Come on, where's the American constitutional rights at anymore?
Let me tell you something.
Anymore, it's not fair.
Let me
It's
tell
not
you.
fair.
Let me tell you a story. I worked at I was doing like a catering thing.
Yeah, I like catering.
And I was like at an event, like a lady used to call me to do like these events, and they used to cater. And
I do
used
that
to,
from
like,
time to
have
time.
to like clean up and make wine for the rich white people and all
Yeah.
that shit. And I did all that,
I
right?
did that. I still do
And they
that.
hired this gay guy, and I
Uh-huh.
said, I don't think you should have hired that dude. Right? And it's not because he was gay, because he was gay in a sense. But the reason wasn't because he's gay, because I know he's not going to do the work.
How you know he's not gonna?
Because at the end of the night,
that's discrimination.
They did, so they hired him. So like, whatever, he hired him. He's nice. I don't mind. He's a good guy. Has nothing to do with him being gay. But I know he's not gonna do the work because I knew it. Because I seen it. He was one of them really feminine gay guys.
Yeah.
So I knew he wasn't gonna do the shit he's supposed to do. It's just what I just.
But what about them really?
So wait. So at the end of the night, when it's time to throw out the trash, I ain't touching no garbage. So this is why you don't do your job. You just hire based on the niggas who could really do the fucking job.
Okay.
But you want to hire him because he's gay and you like him and whatever. Fuck all that.
Who
can do the job, who can't?
I think that people should get hired on the fact of the experience and their knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that, for example, do I hire you because you have experience being a cameraman and you do a great job, you do what you got to do, but here go goddamn the guy that just filmed Diddy commercial coming along. I'm going to hire him because I feel like, okay, he's black, he's lazy, he's not humongous in the scene.
But sometimes he's not qualified either.
Okay, exactly. That's my whole
depends.
thing. We should have an equal opportunity.
Nah.
That's what probation on jobs is made for. If you don't do a good job within your probational time, then get fired. But just don't say at the moment, I'm not going to hire you because you're black and you look a certain way or you're gay and you look a certain way.
I would rather
Give me a right to try. That's what I'm saying.
I would rather you tell me you're not hiring me because I'm black than just act like you like me and hire me and keep me in an environment where I'm hated.
Just pay me my money. Give me my money. Like, I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, we have to pay these bills. These bills are not just in New York. They all across New York, all across America. And let me tell you something. It's high as hell. Back in the days, you could move to Florida, move to Texas, and you want to get this cheap-ass rent. No more. Guess what? Their utilities and everything else that's going on down there is just as high as New York. And if we don't get a fucking job, we can't get a job working at goddamn McDonald's. God damn, where the hell we gonna work? And wait a minute, don't think you're gonna get welfare because they eliminate that too.
Do you think that maybe you're do you think it's a victim thing that you're thinking about?
No.
Like you're just being victimized? You think you're being victimized?
Nope. I feel like it's not enough people that don't look past right now and ain't seeing a bigger picture, the future that's coming up. You have to look at what it's gonna look like. Okay, let's say you got a good job. Mm-hmm. Let's say you making good money. You got a nice car, but where you gonna go? Because these people are gonna be more than you who don't have a job, who don't have money, who's hungry, who need to feed their family. Ribs is touching. You're gonna be a target. You're gonna be a victim. Your child is gonna be a victim. You better be ready to shoot everybody. You know you can't shoot nobody. All right, but stay still like you're trying to go to work.
But I've done the worst of the worst jobs. I've done jobs that black people ain't gonna fucking do.
Me too. I was down south. I worked in recycling bins. I worked in I've been apple picking. I've done it all. Like, don't get me wrong. I will hustle. Goddamn, I was a stripper. It don't get much worse than fucking that. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, but
I've been through it all.
But that's a whole nother thing. But to think that you don't have you got to take your future into your own. Every time when I was growing up, they said, take your future into your own hands. Take your future into your own. When I was growing up, that's all I was pushing in my fucking head. Put your future in your own hands. Mm-hmm. Do the fucking work. Is really what that means.
My question
is, and if you're not doing work and you asking for government assistance every fucking day, you're never gonna go anywhere. You're gonna be stuck.
You're right. But my question is, let's go a little further than that, right? You had hope. That you had a future to look forward to.
No, this time I want to fucking kill myself. You crazy?
When it comes to the point where you're not making any goddamn money doing it's going to be COVID on goddamn estrogen.
Now. It don't matter. That don't stop me from doing what I gotta do.
But it's going to stop these people on the train from robbing your ass thinking you got a dollar because you got a camera. Shit. But they don't care.
Take the camera. Yo, the physical don't matter.
But why should you have to live like that?
The physical
This is
don't
what Trump
matter.
wants. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
No.
You think you're not affected?
Putting value on shit. Somebody robbing you is putting value on shit. I don't give a that's not my value. My value don't come in me having shit.
Right, it don't for me neither, but my value comes in my safety though, my children's safety, your children's safety, your safety.
They say when I'm good, they good.
But here's my whole thing, you're not gonna be good if it's too many of them who ain't got shit willing to rob and steal and take from you.
That's fear.
Because that's not fear, that's reality. That's where we're at right now.
We sitting in the Bronx, nobody did shit to us.
Not yet. This is what I'm trying to tell you, not yet. You're not getting it. This is what I'm trying to make you see. Right now, you think you good because you can't see what's going to go on.
What's
But
gonna
Trump
happen?
taking away everything from the people that really fucking need it is going to leave us at a disadvantage.
What I tell you, everybody in the hood is rich. They
can't
don't
believe
give
you
a
keep
fuck
saying that.
because they don't give
Why
a
you keep
fuck.
saying that?
You keep talking about this government assistance and this and that, and they gonna do
You keep
this.
saying
Those
everybody-
are all the old people that don't know what to do anymore. The niggas who
I
you
am
think
the old
are
people.
robbing and doing it, they the biggest drug dealer. They think they're the biggest fucking drug dealer. They think they're the fucking most richest nigga. They driving the best cars. They doing all the bullshit. Everybody's selling drugs, but I don't see no crackheads. I don't see that in motherfucking.
Me neither.
I see like one or two.
I didn't know it's still crackheads here.
I don't see where all the drugs is going. So everybody's the biggest drug dealer, but I don't.
But let me
where
tell you
all the drugs
something.
going.
In the most
Yeah,
worst
but then
condition,
they
the devil dwells. When
People
it comes
mad
down
because
to,
they can't scam the system no more.
I don't
and that's
like.
the problem.
It's bigger than that now. That's what
Nah.
I'm trying to tell you.
People
When
been
Trump
scamming
cut
the
these
system
federal
forever.
programs, at least people had a chance to not to have to scam no more. They could have went to school.
No, they scamming the federal program.
But what
you
about
don't even know that. The funding, the 1.5 billion that's going to business owners. I was there in the pandemic when they was getting the PPPs and all that shit.
yeah, the PPPs.
That's because they doing all the bullshit.
I
was
remember that.
there. That's part of
But
it.
here's the deal. Here's the deal, right? We need our federal programs.
I'm not saying
Half of
they
these
don't.
buildings in New York is funded by the federal programs by
Damn, they all
HUD.
shitty.
It don't matter. Look at
I've
the
been
new
in these basements
All
and
right,
shit
you
is
right.
shitty.
But guess what? People live in them. No matter how you feel, they live in them.
Shitty.
When these people ain't got no more HUD to turn to, no more fucking FEMA, no more fucking FEBS
They gonna have to
program,
figure it out.
they're gonna be out on the street.
And
And
they
let
gonna
me
have
tell
to
you
figure it
something.
out.
Let me tell you something. These motherfuckers is not gonna stand for their kids being hungry. Bang bang, nigga. Bang bang, nigga. Because
To
that's
who?
how it's
To
gonna
more
be.
poor people who don't got
To
shit?
anybody who got $1.
So
If
let them take it.
Let me-
Why you care?
Why
you
I care?
broke. So it's like me and you are broke. So why the fuck do we care?
Because I care about the human race. I'm a human being. Like, he don't get it. Like, I just care about people in general, man. My daughter asked me that too. Why do you keep talking about this shit? Because I fucking care about it being a civil war, and I
ain't
care
gonna be
about
no
them.
civil war.
I'm
Nobody cares
I'm a
enough to
cancer
be a civil
survivor.
war.
So when they send in the martial law, we fight martial law, and they send that EMP, they're gonna take away from people who got needs. I need to make sure I ain't got cancer. Every 3 years, I need to make sure every 1 to 3 years, I have to go get checked for cancer. There's no doctors, there's no goddamn hospitals, there's no electricity to even get this going. I'm gonna be dead.
You had cancer, you said?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I
just
just
wanna-
got checked. I just got checked out. I had cancer in the lymph nodes. It moved up to my big. They took out my lymph nodes. It keeps coming back. When I didn't film, that's why I was out, because I was going. I just did my They took away the cancer cells that might cause cancer, which I got to go back next month and do all over again. But I'm not gonna have surgery because I'm not fucking gonna do it and be knocked out for months.
Why?
Because I'm not gonna. I want to talk about that. My thing is, right.
I want to talk about
As
that.
long as we got doctors and we have federal programs to help me get my medication, which I could never fucking afford on my own. These shits is like $5,000.
For real.
Chemo, radiation,
For real.
surgeries, all this stuff
For
costs a
real.
lot of money. And when they cut that program, they cut me at the Achilles heels, which means I can't stand. A lot of us ain't gonna make it. You think these motherfuckers emotionally that's disturbed out here who need their medication to be out here and not fuck you up? You think these people was pushing people on the train right now?
Nah.
Imagine. No,
Nah.
imagine when there ain't no more trains because they're gonna shut this shit the fuck down. Imagine. This is what I'm trying to tell people. Think the worst because that's what Trump wants, the worst. That's what he put in place, the worst scenario.
I don't see
You don't
it.
believe it.
I
A lot
don't
of
see-
people.
I don't see-
A lot of people don't believe me.
I'm not for Trump, but I don't see it as doom and gloom. Like everybody sees everything as the end of the fucking world, and I don't see it that way.
If
I don't see
minorities
it as
was
the
in a
end of the
majority, I would fuck with you. But the minorities here in New York is a majority. So being that when you take away
Minorities, what are you talking about?
the minorities here, the
New
people that
York
don't
is
have.
very small.
Right, but I'm saying here in New York, where me and you is at, right here in New York, right?
In the Bronx.
If you take away in the Bronx, no, let's say in New York,
We in the Bronx.
the whole New York,
The whole
minor-
New York
the whole New York
is not minorities.
it's not. But what I'm saying, with the majority, the minorities here in New York is a sign. Look it up. It's a scientific.
about that
I
one.
mean, it is a statistic fact. The minorities in New York is the majority in New York. We are the majority. So guess what? When the minorities,
Do you know that New York, just New York, we get paid the more than anybody in this fucking country. We make the most money out of anybody in
Absolutely.
this fucking country.
Absolutely.
We have to pay for more shit than anybody else in this fucking
Do you know
country.
why?
That's why we seem
Do you
poor.
know
But
why?
if we took our salary or whatever and went to whatever bubblefuck, boring ass Oklahoma or some shit.
We won't be making the same money
No, listen, if we had the same money, I'm saying,
in another state.
we would be fucking living it up.
You're right, but guess what? How many are
So
willing
you
to come
can't-
together
but what I'm
to
saying,
be like, let's
you
go make
can't
this money
take-
out there?
You can't take the New York experience and then blanket statement it and say that everybody is this.
The reason
when that's
why-
not true.
The reason why I bring up New York, because first of all, New York has the most federal funding for people that need benefits. It's no
Do you
place
know why?
right or wrong. But
But do you know why?
I know why, because we got the most
people-
taxes.
we got- no,
And the reason why
we
they're
don't
taking
have
up
the most taxes.
we have the most taxes than any other state they have.
California's taxes is way crazier than New York can ever be.
We even take out for water here in New York.
Are you fuck? They don't even have water in California.
You lying.
Like you're not even hearing it.
You said they don't even have water.
No, it's a fucking desert.
No, they have water. My son is out there in San Diego.
San Diego is
Yeah, they
San
love
Diego
that.
is Mexico.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I'm out
He
there.
is so mean.
It's damn near Mexico.
But here's what I'm telling you. Imagine if New York can't get themselves together, imagine the other states. We are the butterfly and they are the effects. You understand what I'm saying?
Some of these other
when
states
you
is doing
affect,
good.
when you
don't.
they not going to be doing good
bugging.
next year.
Yo, listen, I've been.
We're gonna
around
come back to this
whole
conversation
country.
next year.
I've been around this whole country. I'm
Now.
telling you, a whole.
This is
fucking
pre-Trump. This
country.
is VC Trump. Let's look what it's going to look like AD Trump.
Okay.
Where I promise y'all, and then we can bet money on this. I give us to next year. By the September next year, it's gonna be so crazy out here. Niggas is gonna be fucking selling their soul to buy fucking chicken wings at the grocery store.
They've been selling their soul anyway, so what does it matter? Niggas sell their soul every day. Every day, they niggas go on this corner right here and sell fucking drugs, and then they could go to jail.
Yeah, but
Every day you sell your soul.
But you can get on the
go
train
over
and
there
be a little bit
risk
at
your
ease,
fucking
right?
life every fucking day.
But you can
These
be at
motherfuckers.
ease when you on a train somewhat.
When you on, I'm not talking about the train.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. Them people that's out there selling, ain't gonna be no more selling. Gonna be on the trains, robbing, stealing, and killing. And we're gonna be the
Killing
victims.
who? Poor
You.
people? I ain't got shit.
You look like you got a camera. I want it, nigga.
Take it.
You got a book bag. You got $1. I need it, nigga.
Take it.
These niggas ain't gonna have fucking
It's
not
not
even
gonna hurt.
not
That
even
don't
a
hurt
25-cent Kool-Aid cup.
I've been robbed before. It don't
I've been
hurt
robbed
me.
before too.
I got a whole
Unfortunately.
vlog on the internet. Niggas broke into my car, did shit. They're just taking shit.
A nigga robbed me for
It's
a pair of
whatever.
fucking $95 earrings.
It's the fact that you live here and that's what they do. This shit don't matter.
Okay, I've
It's
been
just-
down south.
You can't dwell on that, on physical things. You can't dwell on that shit.
I'm dwelling on my safety. Cause when these motherfuckers, it's a lot of things we do to go ahead and not look at our desperate that we got going on. We get drunk, we get high, we do other shit, right?
We do everything else.
We do everything else, so we don't gotta pay attention to reality. When times get
We don't
even worse,
care.
when times get even fucking worse, if y'all thought that
you
beating
think
your
they're gonna care more?
no, it's gonna get worse out on the streets. That's what I'm
but
trying to tell
I'm
you.
asking you. You think people don't give a shit?
People
now.
don't care. They don't know that.
Do you
They're gonna
think
care
they're
when it
gonna care
happens.
more?
When it happens, yeah, we
I
gonna
don't
care.
fucking know.
When it happened, just like people didn't care when it came down to science and COVID until COVID fucking hit. And then we was fucked up.
And niggas still didn't care.
Niggas, they care.
No, they didn't. We went
Crime
down,
rate, the
niggas went down to Miami.
domestic violence
Niggas went
went
down
up,
to Miami
and they
when
caught COVID.
No, niggas went down to-
Miami, all Florida was
Niggas went down
fucked
to
up.
Miami, took their masks off, and was dancing in
Right,
the streets.
and caught
Niggas don't
COVID.
give a fuck.
For those who got a fucking mind, you got a mind and I got a mind. And we got kids. You understand? I'm a grandmother and you
Yeah.
a dad. So at the end of the day, it's not about us. You understand? Because when it come down to the fact that you're not going to be able to get on the train or get on a bus or ride your car anywhere
But who-
without getting robbed a kid with your child in the car going to school, it's going to be a problem. That's when people going to start paying attention. It's going to be a problem because
I
us
don't
as
know
poor
where you
people is not going to
thinking-
discriminate.
I don't know where you're thinking that this is miraculously gonna happen. Like, I don't understand why you why you thinking it's the negative always. It's just negative. It's about to die. We're gonna the robots
All right.
will take it over. But it's just
When we
all
first
negative.
started filming, when we talked about Trump cutting the programs, and people said, "Oh, Trump is not cutting no program. She lying. She doing this." The programs is cut, right? I said that, didn't I?
What programs is cut?
The federal programs. Why
We
you
just
acting like
went
you don't
through
know?
it, and none of them is education, and none of that shit that you talking about.
I just showed you. You just read the Homeless Coalition. You just read
Who gives a
about.
fuck? They not doing a
I
good
just
job.
showed you the educational programs.
Department of Education is not doing a good job, bro. We complain
What are the
that there's
several federal
homelessness.
programs
We
that Trump is
complain
cutting?
that the schools is fucked up. We complain about all the shit that
But
they're
we don't
doing.
want them to not be existent, though.
Holy
we want them
shit.
to exist somewhat. Like, goddamn,
Shit.
they might be bad. They might be terrible. But at least our
So
kids can
keep
go to
it
school.
there?
Let's not have nothing.
That don't make no sense.
You bringing us back in the dark ages. Let's not get educated.
No, the school is not going away.
If we already ain't got shit and they cutting it down more, what do we got? Nothing.
See, you thinking like
Nothing.
an old nigga who don't know new shit.
I gotta
Who
think like an
don't know
old
new
nigga.
shit.
So what we gonna do?
Stop it. Yo,
Tell
bro,
me then.
stop, yo.
Okay, enlighten me.
Real talk.
Enlighten me.
Real talk.
Enlighten me.
Department of Education
Right?
was not helping the schools, right? The schools are still fucked up, right? I know a lot of teachers.
Can you
Schools is
read?
fucked
Can
up.
you write?
I'm asking you, but the kids today's school is fucked up.
Would
They
you like
fucked up in
no
the school.
schools though?
No,
Would you
listen,
like that?
listen.
That's what you want? No schools, no education, no tap and pell, so I can go to college, so you can go to college.
College is bullshit. College is all a scheme.
College
I've been
is
to
not.
I've been to college. If you
I
want to
learned
go,
so much in college.
What'd you
I
learn?
really have. I went for business technology. I learned
And
how to
you-
run a
and-
business.
so
I
why you not
learned
doing
computer skills because I have a felony, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
That has nothing to do
I
with
have a
running-
fucking felony.
You mean niggas
but
got a felony running the business?
I'm what they call a career student. I like to go to school every 3 years and learn a little bit about a lot.
That's just because
So
you
I
like
like-
to
I got
fund.
a social
You like to
degree.
fund their fucking scheme.
No,
That's
it's not a scheme. It's educating myself because at the end of the day,
been
I
to
have an
school.
umbrella.
I went to
You know what I'm
school.
saying? Of education.
I went to school.
Don't you want your baby to go to college?
I don't give a shit. If she wants to, if she can go.
Okay, you want to go to trade school if she don't want to go there?
If
You
she
want her to be
wants-
educated,
I want her to
right?
do whatever she wants.
Do you want her to be educated?
I want her to do whatever she wants.
Do you want her to be educated?
I'll educate her if need be.
But how you going to educate her when you're trying to get food for your child?
Yo,
You're not going to have the
I
time.
don't live in doom and gloom. I will starve myself to make her eat.
But what about I tell you you ain't got to go through that and we take
Listen,
Trump out
But you, yeah.
right now? If we
Trump
come together,
is not
Trump-
feeding
this-
me. I haven't got $1 from this nigga.
How much?
Not
is,
$1.
How much is inflation in the stores?
I haven't got $1 from Trump.
How much do you pay for your food? Isn't it high as fuck?
Not really. It's the same shit to me.
It is not. The price
It's
of
the
eggs
same
is
shit
not
to
the
me.
price it was last year.
I don't shop like everybody. I don't buy shit I don't need.
You don't
that's
need
first
eggs?
off. I don't even got eggs in my fridge. I don't need it. I
Do
don't
you need
eggs.
chicken?
I got chicken in the house.
Okay, let me tell you something. That chicken is about to go up.
It was
But
like
what they said-
$6. I bought it yesterday. It wasn't that
For like
crazy.
what, a little piece of chicken?
No, for a fucking chicken cutlet, the whole thing.
One chicken cutlet can
No,
feed how many
not
people?
one chicken cutlet, the fucking pack.
A one pack, a one small pack. Right?
It's just
a tiny,
me. I don't need
exactly. But tomorrow, if you hungry, what you gonna do?
I still got chicken cutlet.
Okay, what about tomorrow after that?
It's just me.
But what about them people that got 4 and 5 kids though?
That's
What
them.
about
They
no?
need to
It's
have
us.
4 or 5 kid money.
We have to think about
They
them
need to have,
too.
but why are they not thinking about that?
But
Before
why
they
we not
do
thinking
shit?
about them though?
Why are they not thinking about that before they ask for government assistance?
Because they need the help. The government said, "Hey, look,
Why
in
are
the
they not thinking
Constitution,
about
it's our
that?
constitutional right. It says the only things that was written about twice in the Constitution was the poor and the sick."
Do you know niggas that have kids that shouldn't be having kids?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's.
But does the
that's all right.
children deserve to suffer because of their
No,
parents?
no.
Is that? But guess who's going to
But the
suffer?
parent- but they
who's
gonna-
going to suffer?
But whose fault is that?
Who's going to
Well,
suffer?
whose fault is it? Is the government?
It is the government.
Are
When
you
they
out your
promised,
fucking
the
mind?
government agreed to service the poor and the needy and the sick.
No, they did not.
They did in the Constitution.
Where is it in the Constitution?
Let me show you. I gotta show this.
Show me in the Constitution where it says poor people get money. Where?
Okay.
Where the fuck does it say that?
It doesn't say exactly that, but it
That's
does
what
say.
you just said.
Okay. Where
That
the
don't-
wait. Damn.
That doesn't even make sense.
All right. Where in the Constitution does it speak about the poor and the disabled?
The 14th
14th Amendment.
which talks about slavery, which is basically keeping niggas in slavery.
Equal protection and other rights.
Click the shit.
Open it up.
All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to judicial thereof are citizens of the United States and state where therein they reside. No state shall make or enforce a law which shall abide by the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Nor shall any,
go ahead.
nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, and property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within the judicial of
the equal protection of the laws. Okay, so my question to you is:
so you're not denied the liberty of getting things.
You're not going to have it.
That doesn't say.
You're not denying it. You're not going to be there no more.
That doesn't say we have to give it to you. That does not say
liberal
that.
liberties. Come on, that means equal rights for everybody. If a person needs, and
you have your rights.
Okay, if a person needs,
you have your rights.
All right, but if a person needs disability, if a person needs Social Security, if a person needs help with HRA, which is public
that's
assistance,
not their responsibility.
But that is that is the constitutional right to be able to get it. No matter how big or small the amount is.
You didn't read what I just read.
I just read it right there. You just said it.
It didn't say that. That's not what it said. That didn't say if you broke a leg that we gotta fix it. That said you have the right.
If you
have the right to have your house.
You have a right to have a disability and get paid for it.
No, it didn't say nothing about
if you cannot work in the United States, if you cannot work in the United States and you have a disability, you can get disability.
You live in a business.
Oh my God! Right?
You want that? Go to China, where you hate. Go there.
I'm not going.
Because they're gonna do that for you.
I'm not going.
But they're gonna do that.
I'm not going. You know why I'm not going?
Go to North Korea.
Because America was built on my fucking people. America was built on my backs. Okay? America's built on colored people's rights.
All right. We leaving. I'm done.
Okay. Back to the conversation.
I'm done now. No, they got the speaker out. It's over.
All right. End the conversation, y'all. But y'all know, stand up or fall for anything. There's gonna be a civil war.
All right. Every minute is the last minute. Every hour is the final hour. Every day is the end of the day. So make sure to make it count.